Gamers, sit down and crack open a cold one because I'm about to lay a confession on you that may shock you. I don't like Mario Kart anymore. Now I'm sure Miyamoto himself has fallen over in his chair just listening to that somehow. But answer me this. Could Mario and his kart do this?
Street racing. At blocks. Just follow me. Just follow me.
Wanna earn some cash? But with your driving skills, from
And I know what you're probably thinking, because I just thought it too. Joseph, what the hell even is a Forza? Is this one really the best one ever, as people are saying? And is this game so good that it can get a stupid dumb idiot like me into racing games? Also, does everyone just like this game because it's in Japan? Well, worry not, because I went straight to the source of everything cars and racing to find out.
Stay with me.
And I learned nothing about racing games. But on the bright side, this whole video just became a text write-off, baby! But in all seriousness, I haven't been able to enjoy racing games in a while. It kinda sucks because I have fond memories of playing Mario Kart Double Dash with my mom, and it's basically one of my first memories of gaming in general. It's not that I wish Mario Kart was better. I think the series has definitely evolved from the days of Double Dash, but personally, I think I just grew out of it at the ripe old age of, what did you like to know? As fun and arcadey as it is to throw a blue shell at your friend in first place and then cuss at each other and maybe hit each other, I hate it. Because when I'm locked in on ripping a sick drift, and then out of nowhere some loser in 8th place hits me with a lightning bolt, you might as well have hit me in the head with a baseball bat and taken the last $12 I had. That's not my fault that you can't hit a sick drift, you big baby. But listen, I've played other racing games throughout the years, and for some reason, none of them have really ever stuck with me. I actually think it's because I was a dumb kid and I didn't know what was so cool about driving or what made cars so cool and distinct from one another, despite the fact that I grew up going to car dealerships and watching Fast and the Furious movies all the time with my dad, a man who loves cars. And I love my dad. So why didn't I love cars? Why do people love Forza? A lot of people love the Forza games. Like 120,000 people paid over $100 to play this game a couple of days early. And honestly, I don't think I blame them. The Forza games only come out every couple of years. It used to be every 2 years, but now the gap between games keeps growing, and especially, global pandemic aside, let's be real, every game is kind of taking a while to make now. But in terms of racing, these games are just tight, both literally and figuratively. Controlling the cars in these games is tuned to a level where it doesn't necessarily feel ultra realistic, and it maybe still feels a bit arcadey, but it feels so good.
You know I gotta catch my flight.
You don't even need a racing wheel. The controller is more than enough. And to turn this piece of plastic into more than just a fancy remote control car controller, it's a game that makes you feel like you can pull off a sick drift. And all of the cars have their own little personalities too. Some are fast as hell and drive like butter. Other cars are like little chihuahuas because they're small and angry and they just have a mean bite every time a corner looks at them funny, right? It's all good. That being said, the most important thing about these games besides a sick-ass drift is the location. Forza Horizon 6 takes place in Tokyo, Japan, a location that everybody has been anticipating for years. Before that, it took place in Mexico, before that in Britain. 3 was in Australia, 2 was in France and Italy, and the first one ever took place in Colorado, for some reason. This is like Assassin's Creed for car boys, girls, and daydams. Because not only are you seeing and driving around all of these cool places with their iconic landmarks, and also Colorado, you're usually also taking in the history of this place and Colorado through races that sprinkle in bits of history and also sometimes have you drive classic and culturally significant cars from that region. And Colorado. The other thing that Forza has in common with Assassin's Creed is that nobody could ever shut up about Japan. I've been to Japan twice. Both times I visited Tokyo and some of the towns in between Tokyo and Mount Fuji, as well as Mount Fuji, so bingo, my opinion is now gospel. Obviously the big landmarks like temples and cherry blossoms and Mount Fuji are all present and definitely well represented here, as well as a bunch of random iconography and off-brand convenience stores that you just know it when you see it. It's Japan. Oh yeah, and you can race a mecha. But listen, I can't deny that something's definitely a little off in the implementation of Japan, specifically Tokyo. It's an issue that seems to be present in most of the Forza games, unfortunately. Like, they get most of the way there, but the maps still kind of feel dull and empty, and it's kind of unfortunate. Like in the intro mission, it's like, whoa, is that Tokyo Tower? And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it looks a bit different here. And then it's like, whoa, we're coming up on Shibuya Crossing. And then we get there and I'm like, whoa, wait, is this it? You know, it's something that the developers really got to work on. I know that condensing an entire country or city into a video game is hard, especially when you have to make driving all these crazy cars in them feel fun and not like you're playing Traffic Simulator or squeezing your car through a tight little alleyway. It just all feels kind of sad and empty in some parts, especially when you're thinking about the cramped and hustle and bustle of the streets of Tokyo. But even then, it still manages to feel very Japan. Now, enough about Japan, man, because we're here for the cars. And I just recently got into cars. Now, remember, I don't know that much about cars, and despite watching a bunch of the Fast and Furious movies with my dad, I haven't even seen Tokyo Drift. I only recently started getting into cars when I decided to replace my Tesla with a BMW. Man, that baby was sweet. It was all thanks to, you guessed it, my dad. My dad's a very macho man. He goes to the gym, he listens to podcasts, and relevant to this video, he really likes cars. For as long as I've known my dad, his main hobby has been flipping cars. Not because he wants to make money, the money is secondary to the mission. And the mission is to drive dope-ass cars. He'll buy an old Range Rover, clean it up, drive it around for a bit, and then sell that thing. He'll cruise around in a Toyota Camry for a few months and then boom, he pulls up in a BMW Z4. And that Z4 was the best thing I've ever seen. Better than the face of God, probably. I don't know, I never met the guy. But because of my dad, I've always grown up with a lot of weird and new cars, but I was always too stupid to realize the glory of following my dad around the used car dealership because I was, I don't know, too busy catching Pokemon to my little Nintendo or something. But as an adult with adult money now and access to YouTube episodes of Top Gear, I've slowly but surely dipped my toes into car culture. And car reviews from random guys I'll never meet, and videos of an Australian man doing unspeakable things to cars that are basically about to die anyway. As an adult that has had the privilege to walk into a dealership or two, brother, I get it now. Because the best part of this process to me is test driving cars that I have no business being in. Yes, technically that 2015 Porsche Panamera is within the budget, but it's a Porsche. What the hell am I gonna do with that thing? Needs a new head gasket? Take it to AutoZone? I don't have Porsche maintenance money. I bring this all up because for the first time ever, I opened up the car shop in a Forza game and just stared, pointing at the screen like, the BMW Z4, hell yeah, it's there. My dad had that. Toyota Supra, yeah, I know what that is, kinda. Honda S2000, hell yeah, that's the car I would have bought if I was a white suburban dad in the year 2000. But then there it was, dude. My sweet, sweet BMW M2 35i. The numbers don't really matter. Don't pay attention to that. But seeing this car in the game, it's kind of like seeing your old best friend at a music festival that you didn't plan on going to together. It's kind of like, wow, you're here too. Oh my God, this is going to be the best thing ever. And then you both end up crashed out on the side of the road. And here I learned that you can actually do the Marvel Rivals thing and become Lord in your car. Yeah. Doing sick-ass drifts isn't just for the funsies, you get XP from doing tricks, nearly hitting other cars but not really, and destroying the local infrastructure and terrain, even launching yourself off a freaking cliff. My mom warned me about this stuff, and now the insurance company might start making calls. But see, the car progression stuff didn't make sense to me until I bought my favorite car, aka the car that I used to have. And at that point, it was my mission to max out that car. Not just max out the levels, but also tune the fuck out of it. Cause you can do that too. New tires, a spoiler, screw it, new engine, it didn't need the one it came with. Now slap on an anime waifu sticker for extra drifting power and you've got yourself a sick car. Honestly, I don't even dive into most of these deep settings of gear shifting or anything yet because I'm not sweaty enough yet, but I hope that one day, I honestly do hope that one day I will be. And remember when I said earlier that it's that one thing of, yo, that's my car, I want to buy my car and max it out. It's another thing to be like, oh my God, that's a car that I could never afford because I think it's so cool. Let me test drive it for free in this game in Japan. There's an auction house where you can buy other people's cars or even sell your own cars to trade towards a car that you really want, because throughout the game you'll be making money for free somehow, as well as selling cars that you find for free scattered in spots throughout the map. And maybe, just maybe, you feel like 21 Savage thinking, why would I have a 12-car garage if I only have 6 cars, and these are my babies? Now, despite this game launching with over 600 cars, these games also always have small DLC packs and season passes dripping in more cars throughout the year. The season pass thing is like $30 and it comes with the promise of 30 cars, but come on man, people buy Hot Wheels for more than this. And see, this video isn't sponsored, and I know that's how it may come across with how hype I sound, but I'm just finally excited to have a racing game that I enjoy. If it's not clocking to you by now, this game is basically just Marvel Rivals or League of Legends for car guys, girls, and days. And look, I get it, it's kind of gross in a way, but I love it. I get the feeling that this is going to be the same kind of symbiotic feedback loop where I see a car, think, damn, that car looks sick, so I buy it or save up for it, and then I go on YouTube and look at videos of that car, and then I get to know the lore of that car, and then it makes me want the car more, and then I see another video that makes me want another car, and so on and so on and so on. So moral of the story is, so if you're a car guy or girl or a car they them, or if you just want to get into cars in general, then the Forza games are actually kind of a dope place to start, and I think you should give them a shot. If you're a weeb that loves Japan and maybe has even been to Japan, this one is definitely the one to check out. But don't forget, first and foremost, it is a racing game. So if you're not into racing games, then I don't think it's all worth it. But if you're like me, and you have someone in your life that loves cars, and maybe this is your chance to meet them in the middle and really explore the hobby, I think it's worth a shot, man. I think there's a lot to learn from Forza Horizon 6. And listen, if you don't want to pay the $70 to get this game now, specifically Forza Horizon 6, you can pay like $14 to play it on Game Pass on PC, or you could look at playing another older Forza game, because I'll be honest, the gameplay in those is just as good, and they have all the cars already in them. It's just a little older looking, but it's really not that noticeable. Now, fair warning, because of the music licenses in these games, because they have some sick ass music, sometimes these games get delisted. But that doesn't mean that you can't find a physical copy at your local game store, or, you know, even acquire a copy somewhere on the internet, somewhere. So please, let me know what you think. If you're new here, let me know, and let me know what you think of Forza. And if you're a returning viewer, does all this lore that I dropped in this video surprise you? Are you a car guy or girl, or they them? Please, let me know, and let's talk cars maybe. And also, Mom, my birthday's coming up. Can I please have a racing wheel for my silly car game? Okay, thanks, bye.